So why would I choose to buy a Sony a6100 camera to put into a full video studio instead of the camera that is 2 years newer, the Sony ZVE-10, and only $50 more? That's one of the most common questions I've been getting as I've been sharing behind the scenes photos and videos of this 4-camera video and podcast studio that I'm in Arizona to build out for a client, Hillary Walsh. So let me explain. So there are absolutely reasons to buy the Sony ZVE-10, and if you were to ask me what you should buy, it is the Sony ZVE-10. So why did I choose the a6100? Well, let's look at the different features that the Sony ZVE-10 provide to you. Number one, product showcase. That's one of my favorite features of the ZVE-10. But in this case, Hillary, she doesn't do product demos, so it is not a feature that is needed. Another cool ZVE-10 feature is the background blur capabilities. However, in a custom video studio like we're building here, I am definitely going to rely on the lens to provide that background blur, not the camera itself. And the extra stabilization that the ZVE-10 provides doesn't really matter when the cameras are all mounted and aren't going anywhere. The other thing we consider when we're choosing camera gear or any gear for a custom build client is how tech savvy are they? While Sean and Hillary are incredibly smart, intelligent people, they don't really want to deal with the tech. This is why they hired us. And I have noticed that the ZVE-10 actually has some additional buttons and physical features that cause more problems if accidentally hit than the a6100, which has fewer buttons that can mess things up if they accidentally do hit them. So the price point of the a6100 to the ZVE-10 is only about $50 difference. With a 4-camera setup, that's only about $200, which doesn't sound like a lot. However, in this particular build, there are 92 line items of gear things that we are purchasing. This includes cameras, lights, accessories, docks, computers, all of the cables and cable management that is required. And of those 92 line items, oftentimes the quantities are 2 to 5 times that single item. So our job at Livestreaming Pros is to make the best possible choice for our client on all of those 92 items, right? So if I'm buying $2,000 worth of gear, I might spend that extra $50 on a camera, and I would recommend that for you. And if I'm going to spend $20,000 on gear, then that choice is going to look a little different so that we are choosing the right piece of gear for the client's needs and not going over budget. And that choice on so many items can make a big difference to the bottom line of the budget. And to be clear, I am not talking about cutting corners. I am talking about making the smartest decision for my clients. After all, that is what they pay me for, a fully custom setup. Don't just buy the best of the best, buy the things that are going to give you the best functionality for your needs in a video and podcast studio. Now here's the cool thing, I can help you get a very simple video setup that is easy to run, that is simple to use, and doesn't cost $20K. I call it a paint by numbers system. I have simplified all of this video tech down to a system that is easy for you to set up, easy for you to use, and it's fully functional for video, podcasting, live streaming, Zoom calls, and anything else you want to do.